for a bit here. Alright. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, with another sports chit-chat edition. The 4/26, 2023, Wednesday early morning edition here. And I am your motherfucking man with a master plan. Kenny Ken. Alright. Obviously, we got the New York Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers up here. Obviously, we got some early morning baseball out here. So, but I figured we'd talk a little bit more about NBA right now. That's more. We'll get into the baseball aspect, and also we'll talk about the Aaron Rodgers as now a Jet here. Finally, we're done with the Aaron Rodgers fucking saga for the meantime. But we got something to chime in on that later on here. But we'll get into this Knicks versus Cleveland Cavaliers series here. Obviously, the New York Knicks have the big 3-1 lead here. Cleveland's trying to starve off another game here tonight at home. So, just my quick opinion, synopsis on this series so far. The New York Knicks have been the better team here, honestly. They just been playing a little bit harder, a little bit better. Obviously, the game they lost, even the game they lost, I still think the Knicks still had a chance to win that one. But I feel like the Knicks just have been the better team all around right now. So I feel like tonight the Cavaliers have got to just lay down, kind of almost like the Atlanta Hawks yesterday, starving off the elimination and not falling victim like the Clippers and the Timberwolves. We'll talk about those teams a little bit later after we get done speaking about the teams that are playing tonight here. But yeah, the New York Knicks definitely are playing well. Obviously, the off-season additions and in-season addition of Josh Hart here, who is a very, very, very great rebounding guard here, who's not afraid to go up there and get some rebounds and keep some extra possessions alive, And that's the name of the game sometimes, It's doing the little things that don't get noticed as far as the typical stat cast, analytics as forms things that goes involved. But it's the little things that help you solidify the wins in the games, even if you don't play your best game. So, like I said, tonight Cleveland's got to really bring it, really bring it tonight here. I mean, they really got to play their best game of the series tonight here to continue on here. At least have another game chance to fight and keep the series going. But if not, gonna be tough. Gonna be rough. So let's just. We're gonna blow this up a bit here. It might cover my face a little bit here. So don't y'all worry. Don't y'all worry. I will. Alright, so there we got there. Boom, boom. Okay. Alright. So now that we got that here. Okay, the matchup predictor is predicting 57.5% the win to the Cavaliers here to 42.5%. Alright. Obviously the spread is 5.5 here for the home team. And then obviously the Knicks are the underdogs here. Underdogs here. 202.5 is kind of low for me. But if we look at the series here, let's look at the series on the other side here. Knicks won game 1 101-97. So that was 198. Cleveland won 107-90, so that was 197 total. Knicks won at home 99-79, which was 178. And the last game that was just played here, the Knicks won at home 102-93, so 195. So I understand why it's a 202.5, but I think tonight it's definitely going to go over that here. If I'm gonna tell you guys, if I'm a spoiler alert and telling you which side of the bet I'm looking at here, I just think the 202 and a half is a little bit low here. But both these teams can't play defense, and as of the NBA playoff series, this has kind of been the more defensively low scoring uh, of the games of the playoff series, I should say. So, um, any notable injuries? I mean, Dylan Winderly here for the Cavaliers. Quentin Grimes is doubtful here. Jericho Sims is out here. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. Let's check the little report here. Sometimes you just click on this report thing, gives you a little bit better insight here. So let's look at a little insight. I'm using NBA. I'm using ESPN. Obviously, we can use NBA.com and whatever else you use. Wojciechowski, get the Woj bombs out here. So he's questionable. So doesn't look like Grimes will probably. So that means guys like Josh Hart are going to get more play. Emmanuel Quickly, definitely Miles McBride might get some a shot being looked at here. So definitely with Quentin Grimes, you're definitely probably, like I said, you're going to see Emmanuel Quickly out there. Josh Hart a little bit more here with Jalen Brunson, obviously the man leading it in there. So definitely. So I mean, but to me, I think even if Quentin Grimes does not play, that to me doesn't affect my decision on who I would take in this game here. Like tonight, I definitely think the Knicks can close this out here, but I don't know. I'm interested. I kind of feel like I'm a little bit interested that Cleveland could try to pull like an Atlanta here, and maybe just maybe starve it off for one more game. But we'll have to see because, like I said, Cleveland hasn't really played very well basketball, to say the least here. At least in this series here, and obviously the Knicks here, have I mean obviously from last season they and then the year before that they got villainized by the Atlanta Hawks, obviously by Trigger Trey. But this year looks like this is a different Knicks team here. Obviously they're up 3-1 here. They're playing with some composure. They're playing with some grit, some grind, which is what we would like to. What most people would want to say. What would you say New York basketball is? It's grit and it's grime. It's toughness. It's going out there playing tough, gritty, grime defense every night, but you're gonna put some shots up, and you're not, you're gonna make people, feel the game. You're not gonna come in here and just, walk all over us like it's an LA runway or it's a Miami South Beach type of thing. So hey, like I said, that's why I kind of like the game. Will be on NBA TV tonight here at 7 Eastern time. Like I said, Cleveland is 51-31. They're 31-10. They play well at home, so that's why I kind of feel like the Knicks are gonna have to bring it tonight here, because I think the Cavaliers tonight they're really gonna try to flex here. They're really gonna try to flex to make this series, go through. Have to go another game here. That's just my feel, my opinion. Doesn't mean that that's gonna happen or will happen. I'm just kind of giving you the vibes of how I'm kind of feeling it right now, what I'm feeling it here. And obviously it's 11:01 in the West Coast out here. Obviously it's obviously well in the afternoon over there in the East Coast and Midwest. And maybe if you're definitely overseas, it's nighttime and early morning. So or you get ready, you're already in the next day already. You're already in Thursday. So, with that being said, here let me go flip back here, and we'll talk about let's bring in we'll bring in the Grizzlies here. Put the Grizzlies on the board here, the Memphis Grizzlies and the Lakers. We'll talk about this series here. Obviously, obviously LeBron, let's talk about last game before we get to this game tonight. LeBron, he carried, I'm the guy that hates LeBron, and it's not like I want to hate LeBron to be a LeBron hater. I just want people to know that. I just don't think he's the greatest of all times, and he hasn't proved in a long time, except for last the playoff game here. He proved it. So tonight here, I want to see LeBron do it again here. I need to see LeBron. I need to see LeBron close this out here. If I'm gonna put him up there with the likes of Jordan, Kobe, Bill Russell, I mean, there's guys like Keem. I mean, I'm telling you, there's guys that don't get enough credit of being great players. Bill Russell had 11 championships, playing, coaching, general manager. I mean, that's something Jordan hasn't done. That's something Bird hasn't done. That's something Isaiah Thomas hasn't done. That's something Magic Johnson hasn't done. I mean, so I want to see the heart and desire of LeBron. They want to win. They want to. I gotta see this tonight here. I gotta see it tonight here. There's Memphis right there, and that's put the Lakers logo. Oh, oops. I gotta get the Lakers logo up here, and then we'll flip it to the Lakers thing and start talking about this series. Like I said, I just feel like that it happened last. I mean, Ja Morant, and I mean the Grizzlies had a chance to close them out, but didn't quite do it. In my opinion, they just didn't have enough to close out the Lakers. And quite honestly, if anybody sees that in the game, LeBron hit that shot. I don't know if there was any time, or I mean, it might have been too close to call and a comfort or whatever, but LeBron hit that shot. And I knew that it was basically Dunzo Bunzo for the Grizzlies here, but all right. So there we go. All right. Now we just got to go and flip it over here to the game cast for the Lakers game here, so I can. All right. All right, this game will be on TNT tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time out there in Memphis, out there in the Pyramid here. Out there, and so we're definitely going to see a better game out of the Grizzlies here. The Grizzlies, I think tonight here, the Grizzlies tonight are gonna play tough here, but I also see LeBron and Lakers. LeBron's gonna come out tough. But, I mean, he's going to have to do what he did last game. He's going to have to be able to close the game out here again. Prove that, they're going to be able to close this game out. And LeBron got a lot of help from the X Factor, in my opinion. Rui Hachimura has been a quality X Factor since the trade. And I'm inclined to agree with those on ESPN that the Lakers, since they got the trade, since they got rid of, let Westbrook go and then some of these other guys go, and then brought in Rui and brought in some of these other, Mabamba and some of these other guys, some of these other pieces, Malik Beasley, just to name a few of those pieces. And I just think, they're starting to gel. They're feeling comfortable. Austin Reeves is getting a little more comfortable as well. That's a piece that they brought in is a free agent as well before the season or whatever. But I mean, Anthony Davis too. So I mean, John Company are gonna have to really bring it tonight, and really gonna have to solidify this and starve it off here in another game here. And I think that they could do it. It's in their wheelhouse. They're playing at home. Obviously, Grizzlies definitely, that's why they're the favorites, because they're at home. But I mean, right now, the Lakers are the better team in this series, to be honest. But at times, do the Lakers play like that? No, they don't play like they're the better team in the series. But tonight, you're definitely going to see that. I mean, it was evident where LeBron had 20 points, 20 rebounds So, I mean, are you going to see the same LeBron tonight here? I mean, hopefully, if you're a Lakers fan, a Laker backer, and for LeBron's solidifying his legacy, I think tonight he definitely must close it out against this Grizzlies team. And so, but like I said, like the Cavaliers, the Grizzlies play tough at home, and it's gonna be tough for the Lakers to close it out here tonight. I mean, it's definitely you're gonna get the best game the Grizzlies have here, unless there's foul troubles or there's other just the teams can't make a buy bucket or they just struggle to put points on the board. That always hurts. That always hurts. All right, so let's see here. We have the matchup predictor here. Thinks 61.3%. This matchup maker thinks that, according to the ESPN analytics, they think the Memphis Grizzlies are going to beat the Lakers tonight here. Lakers have a 38.7% chance to win, but I think the Lakers have a better than that chance to win. I'll be honest with you. Then you got obviously Memphis minus the 4 tonight. Lakers plus 152. I like the Lakers. I'm not a hater tonight. Like I said, I like Lakers money line. I think that's a good ride bet here. But don't be surprised if the Memphis Grizzlies don't fend it off here tonight. 222.5. I mean, obviously this game is gone well over. Obviously the game 1 Lakers and Grizzlies, it went 128-112, so that definitely went over. That was 240. The second game went under 196, and I believe the third game as well went under. But this other game definitely, last game went into overtime here in LA, went 117 to 111, so it went 228 here. So definitely, I understand why the number is 222.5 right now. But, like, again, it's almost like the Kings and the Warriors. But the Kings and the Warriors, you kind of not as scared to put it on the over. Lakers and the Grizzlies, you might be a little bit, a little bit here. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, both teams have showed in the last couple games they're both more than capable to put up 100 points here. So we'll see tonight. Obviously, they said LeBron James is doubtful here, and Anthony Davis. I'm sure these guys are gonna play tonight here. LeBron and Anthony Davis. I don't foresee them just sitting out unless it's some weird shit they want to do here. Like I said, I'm not a person opposed to the load management. So LeBron James's foot, he is probable. So LeBron will be playing tonight. Like I know he's gonna play. And then let's see what about Anthony Davis? Let's see what's Anthony Davis's ailment. So let's see what Anthony Davis's ailment is. Back or something, probably. I mean, more or less. So let's see what's his. I mean, Dennis Schroeder. Even if Dennis Schroeder doesn't play, I still like the Lakers. Still like the Lakers tonight. All right, let's see Anthony Davis here. Anthony Davis, he as well has got a foot problem, but he is also probable. So both Davis and LeBron are definitely going to be playing here tonight. But it's to keep an eye on if these guys are actually that, and being foot injuries, we know how that goes. Is if you watch many games, you step wrong, you land wrong, so, you just plant wrong, whether somebody steps on your leg or you land on the guy's leg, or awkwardly or gingerly, that could turn the tilts of this game here. So, and the question they're asking here, are the Grizzlies a safe bet to beat the Lakers in Game 5? I mean, would it be the safest bet? I don't know. I don't know if it's safe. Would it be, on air of caution, a cautionary bet here to sprinkle on the Grizzlies here tonight, just in case, like I said, LeBron and Anthony Davis's foot, they can't make it the full game. So then I think it helps the Grizzlies a little bit and it favors them a little bit more. But like I said, Lakers have been playing lights out. The other guys, like I said, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, these guys have been playing lights out as well, and they've been stepping up here. When LeBron and AD have had to sit on the bench, get a breather or whatever, they've kind of stepped it up a bit here. So that bodes well for the Lakers here. So but Memphis is at home. That helps a lot. The energy and that. There's nothing like being at home. And Memphis was 35-6 at home during the regular season. So Lakers 20-21. So Lakers aren't scared to play on the road either. So gonna be a great matchup in Memphis tonight. All right, and let's see here. Then we got. Alright, let's put this game. We're gonna put this game up here. And let's get the Bucks up here. We got the Milwaukee Bucks. Put them up here because they're the home team. And wearing the Miami Heat hat here. Obviously. I like the colors here. Not necessarily a Heat fan. But, I think the Heat are a tremendous team. They are the team that is leading in the series right now, currently. So that's what. Alright. So let's go. We're looking for that Bucky Bucks here. Alright. There it is. We got the Bucks logo here. Alright. There we go. And then we just need the Miami Heat's logo. We can talk about them here. Like I said, this series has been interesting. Obviously, Miami is leading the series here. But, Milwaukee, they've been having to do it without Giannis here. And, it's not always an easy task, in my opinion, to have to do that here. And not saying that the Bucks are solely reliable on the big fella Giannis, but they really are. They really are. Trying to be honest. They really are dependent mostly on Giannis here, and that's what kind of hurts them a bit because they need they need these other guys to step up here. In my opinion, here, let's shorten this baby up here a bit. There we go. Alright, so Bucks and the Heat. So interesting line here. It's the Milwaukee Bucks are favored by double digits tonight here. Obviously, Giannis is probably gonna be playing here, and the way that this is gonna go here, and yeah. So I think the moral of this story is here Miami. I don't know Miami. Is there any injuries? I don't know. I guess we'll have to look here to figure out because I don't understand. Milwaukee is 79.1% according to the matchup predictor and ESPN analytics to win this game. The Heat have a 20% chance. So I don't know. Obviously, Bam Adebayo is doubtful here. Let's get the read on him. Victor Oladipo, but Victor Oladipo's always been hurt. I mean, let's be honest here. And no Tyler Hero, but he has been no hero since the bubble, okay? And I'm not trying to call him Bubble Boy, but guess what? You haven't been good since the bubble, sir. All right, Bam Adebayo is probable for Wednesday's game due to a hamstring strain. So, yeah, I mean, you're looking at I mean, I'm looking at their roster right now as far as big men, and it's pretty thin here. It's pretty thin for the Heat. So they're they have more depth at guard than they do at big men, and so that bodes not so well for them, especially going up against Milwaukee, which generally obviously has Burke Lopez and company, and Bobby Portis, who I really like a lot. I think he's you know a solid player. All right, let's say Giannis is doubtful here. Let's see, but I mean the Bucks played a hell of a great game, and I mean they had a chance, but Jimmy Buckets had 56. So I mean, is Jimmy Buckets gonna rear his head over here? All right, Giannis is probable with lower back contusion here. So I mean, obviously that bodes well for the Bucks here. It feeds, you know. So I mean, I like I said tonight. Tonight, would I be surprised? Would I be surprised if the Bucks win here tonight? No, I wouldn't be surprised. Um, I just I don't know. I'm comfortable with the plus 12 here with the Miami here. If I'm gonna give my little hedge here as far as the betting factor, and 220 and a half here. I mean, if we look at the series here, Miami won game 1 130 117 in Milwaukee. So that definitely went over. Game 2 122 138 Milwaukee won at home. So that definitely went over 260. Then when they played in Miami, it kind of went down a little bit here. It went 220, and then last game it went 230 233 233 here. So it definitely went well over. So tonight, I don't know. I expect maybe it'll be around that number. Maybe it could go over here, depending on if it's a more of a scoring game or more of a defensive game here. I know Milwaukee and the Heat. They both these teams. They're not going to be your running up and down the court type of teams. They like to play half court. They like to try to mostly win by hitting 3-point shots, good contested shots, rebound the ball, play good defense. Just that's kind of. I mean, that's just my. Like I said, it's only my opinion. I mean, it's the gold standard or anything of that nature. But I think both these teams generally play a little bit lower, but they can score obviously by the means of looking at games 1, 2, and 4. So, but like I said, I'm on the side of the Heat plus the 12. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Milwaukee does get this one here, but I think Miami doesn't get blown out unless like I said, unless they just don't really shoot very well, and they just can't stop Milwaukee, and it's just an ugly game. And but that's kind of how I see it here. I mean, like I said, I mean X factors. X factors for Milwaukee for me would be like Chris Middleton needs to wake up in this series. I mean, Drew Holiday definitely would be, an X factor stepping up tonight. Would help Giannis to really make it go brazy tonight here. For the Miami Heat to help out Jimmy Buckets, obviously, like talking Kyle Lowry, maybe Bam Adebayo stays healthy enough to really go brazy and crazy. I mean, Maxi Strus is another guy that comes to mind that maybe be an X factor. So. Alright, and then last but not least, the game that we all want to talk about here. the game we all want to talk about is the Kings versus the Kings at home tonight. Game 5 here at home against these Golden State Warriors here. And let me tell you, this series has been probably, like I said, I was kind of glad that these two teams got to get matched up against each other because I mean this is, like I said, one hell of a series here. Because I mean you're talking about two teams that definitely can score and not very much defense, but it's the league's, it's what the league wants. The league wants to be more scoring, and but Kings can play defense. They've gotten some stops here, so let's not act like the Kings are a team that can't get the job done. But the Warriors have come back as the champions say. The champions. The champ ain't dead till you knock out the champ. Till you totally TKO knock the champ out. The champ's still gonna flex its muscle and prove that its worthiness here. But tonight, definitely the Warriors. In my book, if I'm speaking to this here, I think the Warriors need this game more than the Kings do. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. But in my opinion, if the Kings want to close this out here, they could get a crucial win here tonight. That would help them very much. So I think tonight here, whoever gets this win's got a little advantage here. Like I said, if the Warriors don't win here, I mean, I wouldn't be scared for them here. But if the Warriors do win, am I scared for the Kings a bit? No, I don't know, because the Kings so far had a great season, and even if they gone out, they go out in 6. It showed that the Kings are making strides and getting better and proving that they're back to being a playoff team now. That they're going to compete with the likes of the Warriors now, and I'd love to see this be a playoff rivalry for the next, I don't know, maybe 5 years, maybe 5 to 10 years would be nice. Kind of like how the Clippers and the Lakers have a little rivalry. Maybe we can have the NorCal rivalry. We have the SoCal rivalry. Now we have the NorCal rivalry. But yeah, the Warriors just ain't gonna go away and die. And so let's get into what ESPN's take has on here. They think the Sacramento Kings have a 54.9% according to their analytics, and the Warriors have a 45% chance to win this matchup here. So a good, and like I said, right now it's 2 points here. Warriors are favored to win by a bucket, according to Kawhi Leonard. A bucket, 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 bucket. Kawhi Leonard can go fishing. But you never know. I mean, obviously the new White Man Can't Jump movie is probably already done already, so he can't. Would have been a good duo to have Jack Harlow and Kawhi Leonard, but having a torn meniscus probably isn't going to help him very much, unless they could have done it. They could have done it, shot it a long time ago. That would have been a good duo in my opinion. Here, have like a rapper that can play a little bit basketball with a basketball player that is, he's a baller. He's a baller. I know he's been banged up for the past couple years, but Kawhi Leonard is still a baller, nonetheless. So yeah, 235. I mean, I don't know. I feel like in this series here, I mean, games 1 and games 4 have gone over here. So, do we get another over type game here tonight, or do we get one of these like game 2 or 3 where it was definitely the under here? So, I mean, I definitely like the over here tonight because, like I said, I think both teams are gonna play. Fox has a finger, but he's gonna play here tonight, and that, I mean, Iguodala is the only person out really for the Warriors here, so really no, So I just think this is gonna be a really good game here. I mean, this series tied at 2 here. So tonight we're gonna figure out who's gonna get the win here. Will be the Warriors. Game's on TNT. I love this game. I love it. I love it. 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 All right. So with that being said, let's get some updates on MLB here. We got some MLB scores here. We got some matinee baseball here. Got some matinee baseball on display here. That's yeah. Well, it's taking a little bit of time here, but yeah, baseball. Baseball. We've had some interesting games. I mean, Giants walked it off last night here. I mean, we had some interesting games here. All right, the Reds right now. Reds are leading 3-2 in the bottom of the seventh. One out here. And the Reds have actually took the first 2 games from the Rangers here. So, interesting. Bottom of the fifth here, we have the Orioles leading the Red Sox 4-1. I figured the Red Sox probably today were not going to have the better of the game. I was on the Red Sox, all over the Red Sox last night. Blue Jays are leading the White Sox, the bottom of the fifth, 4-0. Then we have the Guardians leading the Rockies 3-0 in the bottom of the fifth. So it's good to see the Guardians getting. Josh Naylor has got a home run and 2 RBIs already. The Yankees here, yes. I should have doubled on the Yankees today here. Yankees are winning 11-3 here at the bottom of the fourth here. Definitely, they're taking care of business. They've been getting beat up, and the bats have finally come alive here. They got 12 hits on 11 runs today. 2 errors for the Twins so far. We got top of the third here. Brewers lead 3-0 over the Tigers here today. The Brewers have been getting ousted here. And the Guardians call up their prospect Tanner Beebe for his debut, and surely Beebe is he's doing a fantastic job. They got 2 outs, runners at the corners here. Ooh, Velopa's got a double, 3 RBIs here today. So some of the young guys here, some of the young gunners here. I'm at the top of the sixth here. So then we got the Royals and Diamondbacks at 12:40. We got afternoon. Then we got some late night baseball here with the Dodgers and Pirates in Pittsburgh here. Tony Gonsolin is going to make his major league, his 2023 debut here. His first game of the season. He's not a rookie. Then we got Ronson Contreras here for the Pirates. Pirates are 16-8. They lost a heartbreaker thanks to Chris the Toolman Taylor getting a 3-run shot, helping the Dodgers win the game yesterday 8-1. Then we got a doozy down here as the Rays, their home winning streak come to an end, and they're going up against Mr. Hunter Brown here is 2-0 with a 3.309 ERA. Calvin Fulcher here, who has no wins, no losses, but has sporting a high 5.91 ERA, almost a 6 here. So we'll see if the Rays can put up some runs and not get blanked like they did yesterday. We got Mariners and Phillies. Logan Gilbert is on the bump today against Tyja Walker here. So good matchup on the mound for both sides of the Mariners and Phillies. Then we got Mackenzie Gore taking on Kodaya Shingo, who's been very red hot for the Mets here. 3-0 with a 4.29 ERA. Kind of high ERA, but 3-0 has not lost a game yet. They're playing at home. Nasty Nats got a big win yesterday, 5-0. So we'll see if the Nats can keep the bats going, or can the Mets just silence the bats today. We got a big matchup here down in Hotlanta and Trust Park here tonight. Here we got Bryce Adderley here, 2-0 with a 1.14 ERA, taking on Sandy Alcantara, who's 1-2 with a 5.47 ERA here. Marlins put up a little bit of runs last night, but wasn't enough to get the best of the Braves. Braves won 7-4, so Atlanta staying hot here in the division here. We got a Padres and Cubs matchup. Michael Waka 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 versus Drew. Don't call me your boy Smiley. So interesting matchup. Cubs got a good victory last night. So trying to keep the home love alive tonight. We have the Oakland Athletics, or as I like to call them, the Jokeland, soon to be the Las Vegas Ace Aviators Aliens, Las Vegas Aliens, because they're no baseball team to me. Going up against the Anaheim Angels here with Patrick Sandoval on the mound, who is solid on the mound against Medina here. Luis Medina is gonna get his first action of 2023. I think he's a young rookie, or first major league action. So I don't know. That doesn't really bode well for me wanting to back the A's here tonight, or go on and beat the A's. But who knows? Maybe this kid plays well. I mean, the bats have been coming alive a little bit here. We had a 5-3 ball game end yesterday. Angels won by 2 runs. And then we have the Cardinals and Giants. We have Steven Matz versus Anthony Discofani here. No relation to Gwen Stefani, but Discofani here. The Giants got a walk off last night from Blake Sobel. 2-run shot. So that's your rundown here as far as the sports. Let's look at we got the bottom of the 7th here. We got 2 outs here. Runners at first and second here for the Reds here. Still up 3-2 here. Orioles lead 4-1 here. Red Sox are up to bat. Alex Verdugo, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th here. We got 2 outs. Runner on first here. Dalton Varsho's up to bat here. Blue Jays are leading 4-0. Top of the 6th. Nobody out here. Tanner Bybee here. Tanner Bybee's got 8 Ks here, 4 hits, but he does got a runner at first base here. So looks like some damage with Chris Bryant up to the dish here. Nobody out here. So maybe the Rockies can get some runs running around. We got 2 outs. Anthony Volpe on the dish here up against the Twins on top of the 5th here. Brew Crew lead 5-0 now over the Tigers here. We got Bryce Trung, another young prospect, up at the mound there. So let's get into this NFL here. Let's talk about this NFL, guys. Let's talk about the NFL. We got the draft coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Draft is tomorrow. Definitely want to start talking about maybe we'll do a special here. We'll do a draft special later on, talking about what we think, and maybe I might get some of my friends, get the Discord guys to chime in their opinions on what we can do as far as what we think, what's going to happen in the first round tomorrow, because tomorrow it was in Kansas City, and the good old maestro, and the good old hostess with the mostest is the man, Travis Kelce, Super Bowl winning Travis Kelce. All right. All right. Well, let's see. Yep. All right. So, any news? Let's see some news and notes here. Obviously, Brett Favre says Rodgers will do great with the Jets. Yes, probably better than you did, Brett Favre. In a farewell, Rodgers says Hart always will be with the pack here, which it does not surprise me. Titans okayed for a $760 million in city bonds for the new stadium. If anybody doesn't know, Tennessee, they're trying to get a new stadium. They want to get a new stadium built, but obviously now they're getting the okays. But will Mike Vrabel be the coach? Will Ryan Tannehill be the quarterback? Will Derrick Henry be the running back there? We got a lot of questions as far as the Tennessee Titans are. I think more questions than answers at this time being stated here, but it's good to see that they are getting okays to get a new stadium, which can help a lot. to try to get this team rebuilt again here. And let's be honest, that the NFC South right now, it looks like it's mostly total rebuild, except for Jacksonville. Jacksonville's rebuild is already in progress to go. But Tennessee, Indianapolis, and obviously with the Texans, so we'll definitely see that. Will Levis odds to go number one rise after anonymous post? I'm sorry. I'm gonna go out here on a limb and say I'm not a Will Levis backer. I feel like if Will Levis falls to a certain team, I think it helps him a lot. Obviously, I'm thinking of that team, and that team is the Raiders. I think if Levis can fall to the Raiders, I think the Raiders would be a team that would say, "Hey, I think we could get Will Levis to come play here." With the quarterback, we got Jimmy. They have Jimmy G, but I don't know. I think Jimmy G should get a fair shake. Honestly, I think if you're going to draft the quarterback, if you're the Raiders, you draft somebody maybe later on, maybe the second or third round here. You pick somebody, maybe get somebody like the kid Stetson Bennett. Get him to back up Jimmy Garoppolo, and I think he could have some success. Maybe Clayton Tanner or Turner or something like that. Maybe somebody like him. Like I said, somebody that maybe the kid from Wake Forest, even the kid from Wake Forest. I think maybe you give him a shot. Later on, put in a certain team, and if the right development comes, I think that bodes well here. The Commanders declined Chase Young's option here, so his 2024 option. So what that means to tell me is they're about ready to either get rid of him, or they're just ready to To me, I wouldn't surprise me if the Commanders in this draft, obviously, we'd have to see where they're picking at in this draft. Would not surprise me if you saw the Commanders draft an edge rusher or a defensive lineman. With that news breaking. Bengals pick up Burrow's option amid deal talks. Obviously, if you're the Bengals, Burrow is your man in the future, and I'm a Joe Burrow buyer. I'm drinking the Joe Burrow Kool-Aid, Joe Burrow tea. Joe Swaggy, Joe Shiesty, whatever you want to call him, whatever nickname you got for the man. I'm buying Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow is a solid quarterback in this NFL, and now he's got a lot of competition. Not only does he have Patrick Mahomes in there now, he's got to deal with the likes of Aaron Rodgers now. Obviously he's still got to deal with young guys like Lamar. Obviously Allen. Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert. That's just to name the few. To say that Kenny Pickett will probably be a lot better this season. What do we see with Deshaun Watson? I don't know. I'm not trying to say Deshaun Watson's a bust or boom, whatever. I'd like to see Deshaun Watson with a full season rep under his belt to get with the team and the players and all that. I think he'll have a better season. Tua, depending on if he comes back or not. And then we have the Jets. And we have the Patriots. Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones has got to take a step up here. And we look at the South. South, you don't know who's going to be the quarterback for the Texans or the Colts at this juncture. You got Ryan Fitzmagic and you got basically Malik Willis with the Tennessee Titans. You obviously got Trevor Lawrence. And obviously if you go in the other division here, you got Russell Wilson, you got Justin Herbert, you got Patrick Mahomes, and you got Jimmy Garoppolo. So, we're looking at, and the Vikings here, we pick up the fifth-year option on our star Justin Jefferson, which, that's going to be evident here. But it'll remain to see at our pick 24 what we're gonna do as Minnesota. I mean, do we try to flex our muscle, try to go up here maybe, and get some maybe with the Jets here now having traded out of their picks here. Obviously, the Jets aren't in the conversation anymore here as far as we just want to. We're gonna see let's see the draft here. I want to see the draft order here, but that way I kind of know how I can speak on these teams that are not here. So now we can. All right. So obviously we have Panthers picking 1 here. So that has not changed. Texas number 2. Not Carolina. The Cardinals number 3. Colts number 4. The Seattle number 5. Detroit number 6. Raiders 7. Falcons number 8. Bears 9. Philly 10. The number 11 is the Tennessee Titans. 12 is the Texans. 13 now is the Packers. 14 is the Patriots. 15 is the Jets. You got 16 we have Washington. 17 we have the Steelers. 18 we have the Lions. 19 we have the Buccaneers. 20 we have Seattle. 20, obviously 21 we have the Chargers. 22 you have the Ravens. 23 or 24 you have the Vikings. 24 or 25 you have the Jags. 25, 26 you have the Giants. 26, 27 you have the Cowboys. 27, 28 you have the Bills. 28, 29 you have the Bengals. 29 and 30 you have the Saints now. 30, 31 you have the Eagles, and then 31, 32 you have the Chiefs. So yeah, I'd say bodes very well for both teams. Here and there, here and now. But yeah, like I said, we'll get into our projections here. I want to try to do projections here, but I don't want. Let's go into let's go look at the hockey here. We're going to hockey playoffs here. Because I got to do some things here pretty soon. So that's why I'm kind of doing this a little bit short here today. And then, like I said, I'll maybe do a little draft special. And try to get some of the homies, maybe the homies to jump in and chime in. Make it a homies mock draft night here. Alright, we only have 2 games on the puck on the ice here. We got the Boston Bruins here at home tonight. Hoping to close it out against the Florida Panthers in TD Gardens here. They're going to try and do what the Boston Celtics could not do last night and close out those Panthers here. But so we'll be waiting to see here tonight, 7 Eastern on ESPN. And then at 6:30, Central Time here, Midwest Time here, or I should say Colorado time, we have the Kraken taking on the Avalanche here. The series is tied two games apiece now. Kraken 1-2, Avalanche 1-2. That's in this game. Game 5 is a pivotal game here for the Avalanche to try to win this one, to try to close out the series in Seattle. Or maybe Seattle gets a win here and try to close it out at home. So maybe Colorado does what the Denver Nuggets do and close and try to get one game closer to closing it out here. But we'll see there. All right, let's get one more update, and then we're gonna give you my picks for the day. What I like, the sides of the day, the teams that I'm going with here today, or siding with. So we'll go with that. If this NHL hockey, yeah, trying to do the hockey scores. Well, I was trying to look at the MLB scores, but apparently we have a. Alright, well now we got MLB scores now refreshing here. Alright, so we're at the bottom of the 8th here. Reds still lead here, 3-2. Nobody out here. The Reds are up to bat here. And Boston got a run on the board here, so it is 4-2 ball game here. The Orioles lead 4-2 here in the 6th here. With a runner on, nobody out here. Blue Jays still leading 4-0 in the bottom of the 6th. Alejandro Kirk is at the bat. The Guardians lead 3-1. 3-1. Rockies have gotten a run on the board. The bottom of the 6th. Top of the 6th, Yankees are up here. 2 outs here. 2 outs here. They're still leading 11-3. Top of the 4th here is 5-0. Still Brewers. So those are the only games on right now. So, but this is what we got here for tonight here. This is what we're rocking with here. This is what we're siding with here tonight here. I'm taking the Mets here to win by a run and a half on the run line. I'm taking the under 9.5 runs between the Athletics and the Angels. I'm taking the under 8.5 total runs in the Cardinals and Giants. I'm taking the over 202 points. 202.5 total points between the Knicks and the Cavaliers. I'm taking the Lakers on the money line. I'm taking the Heat plus the 12. And I'm taking the over 234.5. Those are the games that I am siding with. Those are the sides I'm taking. Because I feel like those sides right there, whether they're winning sides or not, those are just the sides that I feel comfortable with and that I'm betted with here. So, with that being said here, we'll be back here with the mock draft later on, with the mock draft all up on here and everything. But yeah, we'll definitely be back later on here. But until then, take care of yourselves and